Hey everyone, and thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. This is a short clip taken out of a full podcast episode that has been recently uploaded. If you want to see that full episode, I'm going to put it in a card in the top right of your screen right there, as there's a lot more talked about than just this short clip in the podcast episode. So I highly recommend you watch it. I highly recommend you subscribe so you never miss a full episode or clip if you prefer to watch the clips rather than the full hour to hour and a half long episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you for clicking on it in the first place.
I think reflection is one of the biggest things someone can do to grow and to realize, right? And like when I say reflection, I'm talking about like, I don't want to sound spiritual, but like just outside of your body, outside of your mind, reflecting on a situation and saying, okay, me personally, I view it this way because my emotions are attached to it and this is attached to it. But if I completely backed away from this and reflected, how would I view this? Right. And so the fact that you're reflecting on you feeling not consistent is good. That's the starting point, right? Like you don't get more consistent by just nothing. You get more consistent by feeling like you're not consistent. I think it's also tougher for you again because you need to find a bunch of guests. You know, it's like how many people?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
still no
but
excuse.
you can, you can always, no, I agree. You can always come up with a number of different things. So
yeah. I mean, I've talked to you, and I can count on my hands the amount of times I've talked to you. But I just sent you a message, and I can do that to definitely a lot more people.
Yeah,
I really love it. The podcast is great.
Yeah,
if I don't ever make any money from it, it's been worth it for me.
I agree.
It's weird hearing yourself talk. I never liked hearing myself talk on videos, and I think most people don't. Mm-hmm. But something about just hearing yourself talk about subjects and being like, that doesn't sound right. Or even talking to someone, even if you don't have cameras in front of you, talking to someone about what you think, your beliefs, that strengthens your beliefs or changes them, which are all positive things. So
couldn't agree more.
I think I would recommend everyone, even if you don't want to record it and upload it, just at least like have someone that you can talk to once a week, once a month. Doesn't matter. You need to talk to someone about stuff that's like bigger than small
your day-to-day life.
Yeah, bigger than the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah, talk about real stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think a podcast is, and I never thought of myself enjoying podcasts because I think everyone, like you said, I don't think people enjoy hearing themselves talk. And I think that's a huge hurdle to jump because once you get past that, it's like you hit me up to do a podcast and I was like, honestly, yeah, like cool.
It's fun.
I'll do a podcast.
It's
fun. Like I think it's fun now, right? Like the first one that I did with Johnny and Murph, I was like so nervous. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to say? You know? And after that, then it was me doing my own. Even that first one, I was like, oh my God. Even the second one, I'm like, oh my God. But now, like after that second one, I got to a point where I was like, wow, I actually feel like I sounded moderately decent on the second one compared to the first one.
Yeah, that'll keep happening too.
Exactly,
so
and
it's very satisfying.
Yeah, exactly, and like that the feeling you get after hearing yourself talk and actually enjoying it is crazy. Like, and I'm not saying I'm enjoying myself talking, but like being like, wow, that was a good point I brought up, and like I think a lot of this stuff, like a lot of this is just free talking. You know, so if you can, it builds your, it builds your vocab, but it also builds your, your grammar, how you speak, and how you present yourself.
Your
right?
knowledge,
if I can,
depending on who you're talking to.
Yes, 100%. But I think one of the most unthought of values in today's society is being a good speaker. And I'm not saying standing on a podium and talking to 1,000 people, but just being a good speaker to your friend, being a good speaker to your mom, being a good speaker to the random guy walking down the street, right? Because again, you just never know what this person's going to bring to your life. You know, if I'm able to work on my speaking through podcasts and get better at just coming up with thoughts, out of the blue or whatever, being able to conversate very well, that's going to take you places in life that you wouldn't have gotten if you were scared to speak because you're like, I don't want to sound like an idiot,
Yeah, that was a big hurdle for me to jump over for sure.